Hey everybody, it's me, Sean, and welcome back to Transport Fever. Today we are looking at all of our beautiful new trains. They've upgraded to the high speed, what is it, the Pacific, I think? It's not the Mikado. That's not coming up for a few more years. But we've got these fancy new trains. Oh, it's like a roller coaster going on this one. Oh my gosh. This is our train between Thousand Oaks and Manchester, going back and forth. But what we're going to look at today, oh, you know what? I was going to look at having the slag automatically delivered over here by train, and then I just remembered it doesn't work that way because it would not carry the construction materials back. Those use different cars. So thank you, little thing, for reminding me about that. But yeah, for the gondola would carry the slag, but I would need a box car. No? Uh, how the heck do you carry construction materials? Stake car? Yeah, dumb. Yep, so that wouldn't work because I wouldn't be able to do a full load, or I wouldn't be able to make a profit. I wonder if you could, you know what, we're making so much money. Might be worth trying. You know what, let's try it. Let's see if we can run a half and half train and make a profit off of it. If not, we can always shut it down. But let's, it would be nice to be able to shut down the trucks having to carry all this nonsense. Passenger station, you're killing me. So that's pretty much what we're going to do this episode, I think. The track laying and all of that. You guys don't get to see me doing a whole lot of that, but everything's running pretty smooth. I do still want to put in more. I mean, I just want to constantly expand, but I do want to see if we can make this work. So we're going to run it at slow speed, and we're going to see what we can do here. Let's, yeah, see, now we're going to start having to climb this hill here. Maybe if we go up, oh boy. Yeah, if we just plow a tunnel through it, we'd have to do that. Like, that would be a huge tunnel. So let's see if we can curve it up and around. I mean, it looks like we want to kind of head towards there. And then we'd be able to curve around here. Well, then we have to, I guess we could tunnel through there pretty good. Yeah, so let's aim towards up here, which is kind of where we're already heading. But we need to do some kind of swirlies in order to make that work. I haven't had to build a train climbing a hill in a long time. Oh boy, that is so steep. I don't think we're going to be able to make that work. Now, what happens if we try to build a tunnel through here? It's really not that expensive, is it? Or we could just tear the heck out of the land. That's 700,000. If we build a tunnel, it's only 400,000. But that tunnel is not, yeah, that's not a actual tunnel, is it? So if we try to look at putting a tunnel like over to here, where's it coming out at? And where do I want it? I want it coming out kind of over here, right? So that's $2 million to build that tunnel. Which seems like an awful lot. And if we, actually, if we come out even further along, come out at about here. Okay, we're still looking at a $2 million tunnel, which is, you know, weird that it... Oh, I see. Wow, a little gap in there, huh? So it would come out here, and then we would have a heck of a bridge to get over to here. And then we still have to make our way up this hill. So we would... Oh, actually the hill's not too bad. So we could make it up the hill pretty easily. So do we even need to have that? Where did... the original line might be the more appropriate one for if we're just gonna plow straight through. Zoom in to build. All right. Well, you don't understand what my plan is, do you? Now we're looking at a $4 million tunnel, which in the big picture of things, really, I mean, that's the cost of one engine. This is going to end up being like a $20 million experiment. But you know what? Let's do it. What's money for if you can't just throw it away on something dumb like a gigantic... This bridge is going to be very expensive too. Holy mackerel, $14 million bridge. I don't know about that. We ought to let's try to bring this in at a kind of a narrower or a shallower crossing, because it's the height of the bridge that is really... can I go up? How do you do M, right? M to go up, and no. Yeah, does that clear it? Oh, thank you, it does. Very good. All right. I do not want it to be level, will be fine, thank you. Let's make it a fancy bridge. And we'll cross over like that. Oh, so expensive. Which means it's going to be expensive to complete as well. Well, I was going to say, since we're up in the air, we may as well go over that one, but I guess not. That's all right. We'll cross it the old-fashioned way. I said the old-fashioned way. This game is really not wanting to cooperate with me. Okay. Now let's cross it the old-fashioned way. There you go. See if we can keep the speed up. Nice. And then we're going to start climbing this hill. Now, you shouldn't have to do too much to get up the hill. Maybe a little bit of S-ing. So we don't take it in a completely straight line. That seems fine. And let's look at our end point here. Let's see how that's going to work out. Single station, yes. No, can I squeeze it in there? Not quite, but I can. Oh, I do not like the way that looks. Will that connect up? It will. You know what? That'll do, pig. There we are. So we're gonna have to have some more curves, but that's all right, because we were gonna have some anyways. So I want to try to keep it reasonably level to the ground, but we are gonna have to kind of sharpen things up as we continue heading down. So have some little slower curves, and there's our destination. Yeah, see, now we're kind of getting pretty high up, so we need to get closer to the ground here, and then we'll curve back around that way. And where's our track? Right down there. What if we do this? You know what? That actually doesn't look too bad. Wow, surprise, surprise. Okay. And we built the tunnel already, didn't we? So, is that the entire loop? Wow. Did not take nearly as long as I expected. Do I want to be on the inside or the outside? Let's go on the inside. Terrain alignment collision, too much slope. Oh, there we go, perfect. Now, hopefully the second tunnel is not quite as expensive. Still pretty expensive though. But, you know, it'll drop. Yeah, there we go. Less expensive. We're still looking at a $10 million line probably. But like I said, that's only 2 trains. So it's really, it sounds pretty awful until you actually get into it. But speaking of getting into it, that's not really going to work. We will connect you two like that. I don't like that curve though. So, oh no, okay, I thought I had erased like a large segment of that tunnel. Hopefully it would give me a "are you sure" for that one. There we go, that's reasonable. I don't like slowing down to 51 miles an hour, but if it allows us to get over this road, that's what I figured the problem was. There we go. And we should be able to cross over this. Good, no problems there. Good, all right. Mission accomplished. Let's set up this side first. Going on the outside with this one. Don't really need to worry about high speed because we've got a pretty low speed curve right here anyways. Now, as far as signaling on the way up here, I mean, I feel like our modern trains are probably strong enough to be able to haul everything without having to worry as much about, what do I have going on here? Without having to worry as much about giving them a nice long straightaway to get a running start. So we'll try signaling it like normal and we'll see what happens. Unlike what I did with the oil line over on the over in the other part of town. Okay, so let's throw some signals on here real quick. We've got, this is coming in and this is going out. And they're going to have plenty of space. Whoops. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Maybe I'll fix that on the way back. Oh, I'm going to have to fix that one, so I guess I'll fix it now then. Where'd you go? Get out of there, spare signal. Okay. Signal there. And there. And here. And then it's going to be a little trickier through here. Not too tricky, you know what I mean? It's just a 4-way crossing. There we go. That's all it really takes. I'm not sure why I have a signal right there though. Doesn't need to be there for sure. Oh, I know why, because that's coming out of the station. But it's not like we have a big long queue of trains getting in and out of that station. There we go. And placing signals in the tunnels used to be really tricky. Is it still really tricky? Still a little tricky, but not too bad. Seems to be working out all right. I guess you don't really need to be as precise. See, here it looks like it's not quite putting it on the right side. You don't need to be as precise when you, like I do the one way at like the start of the main block. And I mean, I guess that would be like a chain signal is how I've got it set up. But anyways, I don't do like every signal one way. I just do it at the, like right here. And then leave all the rest of them as 2-way because it's not like, I also don't have any crossovers. So, you know, I suppose that's a potential problem that we could run into eventually. do like to do them one way at these just because I'm overabundance of caution. It's not like any of them are going to make a right angle and suddenly start going the wrong way. Okay, so there's our weird test track. I would need to put a station on here. Can I branch it off of here? No. Can I branch it off of here? Yes. Great. All right, just like that. Too much slope. Killing me. Well, that does not connect up properly. There we go. Ah, good. Just the right amount of slope. Nice. And then we're going to go to our train thingy. We're going to select that. Nice try. Train thingy, I said. Select that. Swivel it around. Bam. And now our big money loser, the Atlantic. And we're going to put a series of gondolas and stake cars on there. One, 2, 2, 3, 3. Should I try for 4? Nah, we'll just go for 3. But I'm going to need multiple trains on that. So, boy, oh boy, my cat, very, very jealous right now. Oh, I need to set up a line as well. This is just going to be a huge financial disaster. I know it. All right. And good. That's all I really need to do, isn't it? Let's go ahead and throw this train onto line 1. We're going to call this the train construction test. Great. And here we go. We'll see. Now, I guess, well, it'll deliver construction goods to here, which will then get hauled back up to here. So that's fine. Although it's not, we don't have enough vehicles to haul. I mean, you can see we're not able to keep up. Oh, it's the steel and stuff. So we already need to throw more vehicles onto this loop here as well. Never have enough. And that'll be, that must be the B route. I went through and renamed a lot of them to actually have names. Okay, so we'll see if any goods actually start piling up here. That'll be the first test. I can't imagine that this is going to make money where our trucks, or you know what I mean? Enough money to replace our trucks. Although, honestly, I don't know how much money this line makes either. Oh, wow. Seems like that would be hard to do with our trains, to be honest. But, you know, throw away $20 million. It's not that big a deal. What is that? A couple of years worth of profits? One good year's worth of profits. So, yeah, no big deal. Probably ought to be upgrading the, oh, boy, it really slows down. And it's running empty and it's going that slow. Oh, it slows down even more. Probably ought to be upgrading the trains on like that oil route. As a matter of fact, we don't really need to zoom over there. We can just take a look on here and see. Yeah, that's the only one that I have with the, okay, that's fine. So we do this, and then we put 5 of these new tank cars on there. Great. Beautiful. Replace now. $12 million. Yes, very good. All right. Okay, so you've made it to your first stop. And now you're going to come back empty. And we still have no goods accumulating here at this station. Oh, that's why. That probably will help. Now maybe we'll start getting some goods piling up here. This is Mesa Station 1, right? Okay. Now, little mistake on my part. The game tried to tell me. I saw it sending me little warnings, and I'm pretty sure this thing was flashing to let me know also. So it's not like there was a problem with the game, but I'm thinking that it's not really going to start piling them up here because there's such a good, they're being handled so well by the trucks. Why would we need the trains to do it? Look at that train. It cost us $500,000 just to run this train. I can't imagine that it's going to make enough money just hauling 3 loads each direction to make up for that. And it's probably not going to, the demand isn't really going to accumulate because we've already got the cars doing such a good job of handling it. I really don't want to pull the cars off of there just to make this you know, more viable potentially. And we're not really going to be able to see how profitable it is without actually hauling anything. So yeah, could be that this was just a big waste of money because nothing is accumulating there. The trucks are doing such a good job of keeping up with it that the demand is just not building. Whoa, that's the wrong keys. Meanwhile, now here's what one thing I don't get is why would it be accumulating up here? That doesn't make any sense. Right. Okay, well, there was an experiment that proved to be pretty much entirely pointless, but fun. I mean, we had a good time, and I mean, it it proved one thing, that this doesn't work. So at least there's that. Yeah, there's not even any finished goods waiting here. So it's yeah, big waste of money. Let's go ahead and sell both of these trains since we're not going to need them. We didn't take too much of a loss on those, but we took a considerable loss on this line. Now, I might leave the line here. I guess it conceivably could serve maybe as a passenger line to Huntsville, like a direct route from Huntsville to Mesa in the future, in theory. It's possible. Or even over to Toledo, or even interestingly to one of these other ones or something. Or maybe I can find some way to deliver stuff from here. I don't know. But, you know, we had a good time. And it's not constant success in this game. You know, you got to, what is it? You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. I'm sure my mom said that once. Probably at breakfast time. But we are, you know, we're having fun. That's what counts in this game. It's 1907, so that means we spent 5 years doing this stuff because it was 1902. Oh, that was at the end of the last episode, wasn't it? Not the start of this one. But either way, still spent about 5 years goofing around on this fool's errand. Let's send you to the station, and we're going to sell you off, and then I'll get rid of the platforms. Oh, what's that little guy poking out there? That must have been the door opening up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. You know what you ought to do is maybe click that like button and let me know that way. I hope you will continue to watch this series and maybe leave me a comment. Let me know what you think in the comment section. That's what it's there for. I will talk to you later. Have a good afternoon. Bye.